Many people do not know of this, but Black Lives Matter was founded during the case of Trayvon Martin versus George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman was protecting his community when he was attacked by Trayvon Martin unprovoked. Trayvon Martin bashed the back of Zimmerman's head on the hard concrete until it was bloody. George Zimmerman started to pass out. Then even worse, he saw Trayvon look at his gun, and he said, "Time to die, motherfucker," to George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman grabbed his firearm and shot one bullet, killing Martin. The court ruled this as self-defense, and Zimmerman didn't catch any murder charges and was completely let off, and rightfully so. According to the jury, the judge, everybody that witnessed that evidence, they all said it was a clear-cut case of self-defense.
I felt like my body was on the grass and my head was on the cement, and he just kept slamming it. And I kept yelling, "Help, help, help," as loud as I could. He put his hand on his nose, on my nose, and his other hand on my mouth. He said, "Shut the fuck up." And then I tried squirming again, because all I could think about was when he was hitting my head against it, felt like my head was going to explode, and I thought I was going to lose consciousness. So I tried to squirm so that I could get, because he only had a small portion of my head on the concrete. So I tried to squirm off the concrete. And when I did that, somebody here opened the door. And I said, "Help me, help me." And they said, "I'll call 911. I said, "No, help me. I need help." And I don't know what they did, but that's when my jacket had moved up and I had my firearm on my right side hip. My jacket moved up and he saw it. I feel like he saw it. He looked at it and he said, "You're gonna die tonight, motherfucker." And he reached for it, but he reached, like I felt his arm going down to my side, and I grabbed it and I just grabbed my firearm and I shot him one time.
Many people were upset at this court case because Trayvon Martin wasn't considered the victim in this, even though he clearly wasn't a victim. But they wanted him to get special treatment solely because he was black. And because he didn't get that special treatment, Black Lives Matter was formed. Again, a case where Zimmerman was proven to be the victim and Trayvon the aggressor. That's the case that launched Black Lives Matter. Let me repeat that. Black Lives Matter was founded on a case where their so-claimed victim was proven to be the aggressor. Black Lives Matter doesn't want a fair trial. They want rigged ones where all the African Americans are seen as innocent due to their skin color and their skin color alone. They claim it was automatically racist because the person who died happened to be black. Do you remember that story a while back where 4 teenagers tied up a Caucasian boy who was mentally disabled, and they put duct tape on his mouth and tortured him for 4 days, beating him and scalping him and making him drink from a toilet while saying "fuck white people" and saying "fuck Donald Trump"? Well, those 4 African Americans weren't teenagers. They were adults. They were 18. One of them was 24. Well, CNN said they were innocent, said they were just kids, but they were adults. They were all adults. CNN said those people weren't racist because they're black, and you can't be racist if you're black.
Fuck Donald Trump, nigga. Fuck white people, boy.
I think that if this was a different situation, if you had white teens who had tortured and brutalized an African-American young man, and those white teens had talked about Obama and had been laughing, I don't think we would be having a conversation about how, oh, our political discourse is so toxic, and, you know, maybe these kids saw things on Twitter about Obama.
Fuck Donald Trump!
18-year-old white man beaten by 4 teenage black suspects, shouting anti-Trump slurs. The whole thing broadcast on Facebook Live.
Fuck Donald Trump, nigga. Fuck white people, boy.
Police say they're still investigating. They won't classify it as a hate crime. Is this a hate crime?
Well, I don't know. And
nigga, fuck white people, boy.
And I don't want to prejudge too much because, you know, frankly, even the video has so many bleeps that you would need to hear what he said, because you know, racial epithets perhaps might have been bleeped, and that's something that would be relevant. I'm not sure everyone knows, but you know, racial motivation can be black versus white, white versus black.
They're saying F white people, F Trump, How can you say it's not a hate crime against a white person?
So first I want to say this is stupid to do it on Facebook Live, but that's a whole nother story. So this is absolutely sickening, but I'm going to say something that's probably not very popular. We cannot callously go about classifying things as a hate crime. Motive here matters. So was this for hate of Donald Trump, the president-elect, because of things that he has said, or was this for pure hate of white people? That matters, because if we start going around and anytime someone says something or does something really egregious, really bad and sickening in this instance in connection with the president-elect or Donald Trump or even President Obama for that matter, because of their political leanings, that is slippery territory.
Big fuck Donald Trump, nigga. Fuck white people, boy.
That is not a hate crime. Hate crimes are because of a person's racial ethnicity, their religion, their gender, a disability. It is your political leanings, because someone doesn't like your political leanings and they do something bad to you. That is not a hate crime.
But Alice, even hate crimes, aren't all hate crimes motivated by stupidity?
So I'm supposed to believe that's not a hate crime, but what George Zimmerman did is a hate crime. What Kyle from Kenosha did is a hate crime against black people, even though there was no black people shot in Kenosha by Kyle. It was all white people, and it was all in self-defense. It has nothing to do with race. But this thing that clearly has to do with race isn't racist. I'm just going to say it. Black Lives Matter just wants the black people to be innocent in everything that they're accused of, period, regardless of context. It's a pretty racist movement if you think about it. There was a BLM member after the George Floyd riots who just grabbed a gun and killed his neighbor's kid, white kid, just for no reason. He was a little boy, killed him for no reason. And this BLM member that you're about to see just gloats about it and says that it was a good thing that he was murdered.
Listen. I'm back on my bullshit. Like I was saying yesterday. Who gives a fuck that little kid dead? Listen, I've been seeing hundreds of comments on my shit. My shit went viral yesterday. That ain't pleasing to me at all. All I'm saying is, everybody on that motherfucker targeting me like I shot the motherfucker. Y'all all coming at me like I killed the motherfucker. Like, look, I don't give a fuck he dead. I don't give a fuck. Years, centuries, man. Centuries of innocent black people, black kids being beaten and boiled and skinned alive. Listen, man. None of that shit y'all talking about is relevant to me. Motherfucking George Floyd, 9 minutes this motherfucker stand on his neck. 9 motherfucking minutes. This shit ain't over. Y'all not about to fake this little tragedy of this one little white kid and try to push all this Black Lives shit under. That's all it is, a cover up. You know what I'm saying? They see that we coming to rise. They see we coming to power. So what they did, they put this one little 5-year-old white boy all over the news, all over Facebook. Fuck that little kid. Bitch, he gone. Fuck that little kid. We finally got us one. I hope they go get another one. For real. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers talking to me, hope I slit my wrist, hope I get shot. Shit, nigga, the life I live, I just might. Shit, nigga, the life I live, I just might. You know what I'm saying? It still ain't gonna stop me from saying what the fuck is right. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening. Y'all trying to push this fucking Black Lives Matter and all this equality shit, gay equality, trans lives matter. Y'all trying to push that shit under the rug with the death of this little white boy. Fuck that little white boy. Fuck that little jit. Nigga. Fuck that little jit. Thousands of black people, man, burned and picketed, man, lynched and shit. And y'all finna make an uproar over one little white kid? Nigga, one little trash? Yeah, trash. You overprivileged motherfuckers, man. Overprivileged, man. Just for saying I don't sympathize something, I don't empathize the loss of a white person, an innocent white person. I don't empathize that shit. Just because I don't empathize it, I'm a racist? No, nigga. You punch me, I punch you back. I'm glad they got us one. Lucky Jit wasn't here to kick his little ass in the head. Lucky wasn't here to kick his little ass in the head. Fuck out of here. So fuck everybody who coming down my neck on that post. I'm sorry that I don't sympathize the loss of your little loved one. I don't give a fuck. I'm glad he dead. Glad that little Jit got taken care of. Nigga, I'm glad that shit happened. The score ain't even, so I hope y'all ready for more, cause shit is coming. Bro, they still protesting 78 days in a row out here in Oregon. 78 days. Y'all think this shit over just because some little white kid got shot? Fuck out of here.
If that wasn't bad enough, you won't believe what happens next. The Kyle Rittenhouse case goes to court, and if you don't know anything about the Kyle Rittenhouse case, let me give you a real brief idea of what happened. So BLM was in the middle of riots still, and Kyle Rittenhouse saw his community get burnt down, looted, and innocent people hurt and killed in some cases. So what he did was he decided to clean up the graffiti that night when the BLM riots were happening. And he put out fires, and he was giving out medical treatment to people who needed it. And he was carrying an AR-15 for self-protection and to protect the businesses. So BLM's case is that Kyle Rittenhouse went there not to clean up, which he did clean up stuff, and not to save businesses, which he did. He saved businesses. But just to shoot black people, even though none of the people that he shot were black. But according to Joe Biden and the rest of BLM, he's a white supremacist, even though that's the furthest thing from the truth. Someone made a dumpster fire right by a gas station, which could have led to a huge fire, so Kyle put it out with a fire extinguisher. This caused Joseph Rosenbaum to be angered. He shouted out that he wanted to get shot. He says, "Shoot me, N-word, shoot me." He's a convicted felon. Every person that died that night by Kyle Rittenhouse was a convicted felon. But this particular one, Joseph Rosenbaum, was a pedophile. He slept with over 5 children. Many times he had attempted assault and battery on innocent people. This time, he tried to take Kyle Rittenhouse's gun to shoot him with it. Kyle Rittenhouse took the gun and shot him, killing him. It was clearly self-defense. Kyle Rittenhouse was attacked and punched and kicked by this one man who put his hands up in the air. Because he put his hands up in the air, Kyle Rittenhouse didn't kill him. Then he was attacked by Anthony Huber, who tried beating him down with a heavy-ass skateboard. Kyle Rittenhouse shot him, which he should have. He was a convicted felon too, with a huge rep sheet just like the rest of them. Point is, though, it was a clear-cut case of self-defense in every one of these situations. Gage Paul Grosenkrautz ran up on Kyle Rittenhouse and pulled out a gun. It was an illegal gun, which he was not allowed to possess. And as soon as he pointed at Kyle Rittenhouse, only then did Kyle Rittenhouse shoot him, and he shot him in the arm, not killing him. Grosskreutz' friend said on social media that Grosskreutz' only regret was not killing Kyle and unloading the whole magazine inside of him. So yes, he did have an intent to kill, and this was self-defense, clear as day. And you're going to see this court case doesn't go in his favor.
It wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him, with your gun, now your hands down, pointed at him, that he fired, right?
Correct.
Oh, shit! That's it! Directed verdict. Directed verdict on all the murder charges. Kyle knows.
Yeah.
Directed verdict on the murder charges.
He just exhaled. Kyle he looks like he's going to cry.
How do you not acquit after that?
Look at Bigger. Look at Big Boy.
Oh, Big Boy.
Oh.
Look at Bigger. Look at Big Boy.
Oh, Big Boy.
The prosecutor's literally face palming.
And I stepped in and told everybody, hey, chill out, calm down, stop doing that. I turned and had an exchange with one of the protesters, and I kind of explained to that protester, hey, I get what you're trying to do, but not this. And when I turned around, Rosenbaum was right there in front of my face, yelling and screaming, and I said, dude, back up, just chill. I don't know what your problem is. And he goes, you know what? If I catch any of you guys alone tonight, I'm going to fucking kill you.
And he said that to you?
Correct.
Did he say that to the defendant as well?
The defendant was there, so yes.
I mean, you have no idea what Mr. Rosenbaum was ever thinking at any point in his life. You have never been inside his head. You never met him before. You don't know.
I've never exchanged words with him, if that's what your question is.
So your interpretation of what he was trying to do or what he was intending to do or anything along those lines is complete guesswork, isn't it?
Well, he said fuck you, and then he reached for the weapon.
It's over, dude. Kyle won. But here's the thing. Black Lives Matter is getting involved.
I ain't even gonna name the people that I know that's up in the Kenosha trial. But there's cameras in there. It's definitely cameras up in there, and there's definitely people taking pictures of the juries and everything like that. We know what's going on. So we need the same results, man. We need the same results. Justice for Dante Wright, justice for Austo.
This is an obvious threat on the lives of the jurors if they don't give the verdict that this guy wants, which is that Kyle Rittenhouse is guilty, even though he's not. Even though the court has decided already pretty much that Kyle Rittenhouse acted in self-defense in all these scenarios. But BLM doesn't like that. Black Lives Matter does not like that one bit because they like to believe that Kyle went there to hurt black people, even though none of the people he hurt were black people. Their narrative makes no fucking sense, but they're going to hurt innocent people. They're going to hurt the innocent jurors just because, what, they didn't get the verdict they liked? Do you know who that was? That was Cortez Rice, one of George Floyd's relatives. So what happens now? Do the jurors go in witness protection? I mean, what happens now? You know what's going to happen. The jurors are going to feel like they're going to get killed or hurt by BLM if they don't give a guilty verdict. BLM is 100% interfering with this case. But I guarantee this is going to get brushed under the rug and no one's going to say anything and no one's going to get in trouble for this, for the threats that they just put on the jurors' lives. This is absolutely outrageous. But yeah, BLM hasn't been around for a long time, but in its short history, it's already caused a lot of damage, a lot of riots, a lot of looting, a lot of murders, a lot of threats. And it's not for the sake of equality, it's for the sake of black supremacy, making the black person innocent just because of their skin color, despite their horrible atrocities. If you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe. Catch you guys on the next episode. Later.